What's up YouTube? I am your host, Anything Billy. On today's video, we're going to be replacing front brakes and rotors and rear brakes on this 2016 Subaru Crosstrek. So let's get started. Alright, so tools you'll need for this job is you'll probably need a straight screwdriver. You will need a 14mm socket and ratchet for the caliper bolts. You will need a 17mm ratchet socket and a 17 wrench to take the caliper bracket bolts off. You'll need the 17 wrench for the top because the steering knuckle bolt is in the way, or strut tower bolt, whatever you want to call it. And you can use this one for the bottom. Some type of piston compression tool. Now the back ones, since we are parking brake added, we may need my blue box, but we'll get there when we get there, and no job is complete without the hammer. So this should be just a straightforward brake job. I don't see any bolts or nuts that need to come off of the rotor. They're just slip on and slip off. So we'll get started. If there's any problems, I'll stop and address it, but here we go. Oh, before I get too far started, if you haven't done it already, go ahead and take the brake reservoir cap off and put a rag over it. That way the air is easier to escape. And like this one here, it's going to be over full because somebody's already filled it full, and these are metal to metal. So that way you got the rag to help catch some of the brake fluid whenever you squeeze the pistons back. And these being dual pistons on the front, it probably will leak a lot of fluid. But other than that, here we go. Like always, you just push these in real slow. Now this dual piston will go in a little harder than a single piston, so don't fret if it happens. Take your time. It'll bottom out. Alright, short line. Alright, so we'll take the brakes off. So the screwdriver comes in handy. Off the fin. Pretty good, that's good. Alright, so now this hardware is a little different. You gotta remember which way it goes on there. See, here's the top hardware, it's flat. Here's the bottom hardware, it has them things sticking down, so the new hardware looks just like that. These are pretty good. Alright, so here's the hard part. This is so short. I don't know if it's going to sit back here or not. Nope. This is going to be great. Alright. So see, you can see this, there's a bolt right here that's in the way of this. So the bottom one you can use this for. The bottom one is just fine. And there goes my flashlight. I'll go get that here in a second. Alright. Then you'll have to use the 17 here. Just hold it there and just hit it with a hammer. Very simple. Give me just a moment, let me go grab my flashlight. Alright, flashlight is back. Do you want to make this faster? If you had a 17mm ratchet wrench. I don't have one. I got a 16, a 15, and a 14. See, that won't go there. So you'll have to just wrench it out. And it'll take a while, but you might be able to get it loose enough to pick it up with your fingers. Yeah, there we go. There's the top one. There's the bottom one. It don't matter which way they go back in. We'll set this down here to the side. Alright, let's see here. Now we got to get this off. We'll get a few good hits with the hammer. Hopefully it'll come off. Okay. Make sure you set your flashlight and everything down here. It'll go flying. We'll cut it off for now. I'm just going to be beating it off. So, all right, here we go. I already had them cleaned off camera. Put our flashlight back in. And you'll probably need to get a lug nut and put it on here so it will keep it from going at an angle. Like it right there, okay? See, that's pretty simple. Now we can put the caliper bracket back on. There we go, not too bad. Well, if you do use a ratchet wrench, I probably wouldn't recommend you hit it with a hammer, but you'll probably break, especially those little gears in there. That's why you use a regular one. Take a minute. Come on, here we go. Like I said, I like to hit on just a few times, not nothing too major, but just a little tap-roo. Because they're a little tight from the factory, that's why. Alright. See, not too much. Alright, so now let's put our hardware back on there. Remember, the flat one goes up top. Like that. Remember, the one that's got the thingies here go on the bottom. Like so. Spin it. Make sure, yep, nothing's hitting. Alright, perfect. Just grab this. You can put these top or bottom either way you want to, because there's one on each of them. So we're going to put them on the bottom. Let me go over and make sure that piece is sticking out. Alright, so that has to go on the bottom. You can't put it up here. You have to put it on the bottom. Otherwise it'll be stuck in the way. So this sits on where the brake pad goes. Well, I can get it back in the hole there. See, both of them won't fit in there, so you'll have to, they kind of act like a spring, I guess. So the other side is the same way. Now this one will be a little bit difficult because you can't see what you're doing. Now we can take our caliper and make sure it's all going to go back together like it's supposed to. There it goes, right into place. Top bolt started. Bottom bolt started here. Only thing that's like a little spring, so when you push your brakes on and you let off of them, that'll give it a little tension so it's not constantly riding on the rotor. If you notice, some of the cars I do have the little spring that goes here, that does the same purpose. And then there's other ones that are just free floating, which means that they just sit there the whole time. It's all according to how the car is made on how that works. Alright, get them tight. Now these only have to be hand tight. These don't have to be He-Man tight, just snug them up. Alright, take your lug nuts off so you can put your tire back on there when you're ready. There you go. Yeah, you got a little dirt on there, but that's fine. Spin it around, make sure you don't hear nothing. Now, you'll hear some squeaking because that side over there is metal to metal. So there you go. Now, there's the driver's side done. Let's head on over to the passenger side. Alright, so here we are on the passenger side. You just do it like the driver's side the same way. If there's any issues, we'll go over it, but same tools, same everything. Here we go. Now before I get started on this and we listen to some jam out to some music, like a rule of thumb, this one here is metal to metal, the other one wasn't, but the rule of thumb is you always want to, if I haven't said it in my prior videos, you always want to replace the same thing on both sides. It's just how things will work better. So if you need one rotor, you might as well change the other one, otherwise you'll have a pull or a vibration. If you need one caliper, it's better, I mean, if you can afford it, it's better to replace both, because eventually this one, that will work smooth, this will have to work harder because it's old and eventually mess up too, so that's more labor you'll have to pay for. So that's why I say the rule of thumb is, if you replace one side, do the same thing on the other side. So now, here we go. Oh boy, I don't know what to do. I know this is going to happen. Yep. Yep. I don't know if you can see that down there, but since and I can't suck it out because there is a thing on the inside for, there's a catch on the inside, so I can't suck it out with no tools. So if you didn't see it, it's been dripping down there. So I'm going to have to move a vat in front of it, that way otherwise it's going to get brake fluid everywhere. And I still got the back brakes to go, and they're almost shot too, so hang on one second. Alright, so I got something underneath of it to catch it. That way it's not going everywhere. Alright, well there you go. As you can see, I did have a little bit of trouble putting this bracket back on there. Sometimes that happens. But all in all, just spin it a few times to make sure you don't hear any squeaks from the hardware. And you notice I put the one on the bottom that had the extra pieces sticking down. Put the brake pads with all of this hardware on the bottom. And there you go. There is the front brakes and rotors complete. Now let's move to the back to replace the brakes back there. Alright, so we're back here on the back brakes, and I don't know if I'll need my blue case or not, but we'll find out here in a second. Let's get it apart. Hopefully I don't, but I may, depending on how the brakes are set up. Hopefully it's just a simple push it in. Hopefully it ain't nothing complicated like before. Oh yeah. Just push in with the compression tool. Very, very easy. Take the hardware off. New hardware. That's good. I'm good. Oh yeah. Top. So these brakes only come with one of them that has a squealer, so you can just pick and choose wherever you want to put it. I would probably make sure it's on the bottom, so we'll put it on the bottom on this side. You just slide easily into place right there. Turn it. It's all good. Put the piston or the caliper back on here. Back brakes. These back brakes were simple. Oh yeah, and the caliper bolts are the same size as the front and the rear, so they're 14 millimeters. Snug them up and you're done. Alright. That was pretty easy. So there's the driver, or there's the passenger side. So let's move on to the driver's side. So over here on the driver's side, we're going to need a flashlight. Hopefully that ain't too blinding. But pretty much do the same thing as you did over there. And this won't take but a few minutes. Take these off and put it back on. So here we go. up a little bit. There's the top, the bottom. Alright, there you go. There's the rear brakes. The only thing left to do is to put the brake reservoir cap back on it, clean up all the brake fluid that we can, put the wheels and tires on it, and take it for a test drive. Alright, so welcome back to another test drive of this 2016 Subaru Crosstrek. This is the next day. The car's been sitting overnight. Got busy, couldn't test drive it yesterday, so we're going to pump the brakes up. We're going to start the car and let it warm up a little bit. Make sure you buckle up for safety. Just pat the brake a few times. Make sure you got pedal. I kind of did all this yesterday. I didn't want to leave it sitting without doing something to it. We'll sit here and give it a few minutes to warm up, and then we'll head on down the road. Alright, she's warmed up a little bit, so let's back her out of the garage. Like normal, as you back up, just kind of hit the brakes. Just kind of hoping it would quit raining before I took this thing on the test drive. So as we head down the road for a test drive, like always, we'll listen for any squeaks, squeals, see if we feel any vibrations. See if we see any smoke, see if anything flies off of it, just the normal stuff. The biggest thing is vibrations and squeaks. You might think I might be funny when I say see if we see any smoke, but you could put them things on there and a caliper lock up or something like that, and you wouldn't know it. So far so good. Don't feel any vibration in the pedal, don't feel any vibration in the steering wheel. Don't hear any squeaks, squeals. Seems like everything's together right. So as I turn onto the road at the shop I want to thank everybody for watching this video. I hope my videos are educational. And if you haven't done so already and you enjoy my videos, please hit that like button and subscribe button down at the bottom of the page. And then check out this other brake job here up on somewhere on the screen. And until next time, bye now.